To all who celebrate. If you finish everything on your plate, you're getting more food. And then you get more, and then you finish it to be polite, and you get more and more and more.
成功就切完洋葱啦，而家。
You're practically Egyptian.
我係 Kai， 平日有香港朋友嚟探我，都話英國係美食沙漠，我就唔係咁同意啦。尤其喺倫敦，有近287個唔同族群住咗喺度，我相信呢一個地方嘅食物同味道，理應係比大家想象中更加多元、更加豐富。只係你敢唔敢踏出第一步去試下嘅啫。為咗令大家唔好走寶，我決定親身拜訪呢個城市唔同族裔嘅人，同佢哋學煮餸。學下點樣就地取材，將家傳食譜一代傳一代，亦聽下佢哋講以英國為家嘅故事。住喺倫敦咧，好多時都喺街邊發現一啲奇形怪狀嘅建築物㗎，就好似我身後嘅呢一條柱咁啦。佢係過百年前埃及人送俾英國人嘅禮物 ，Plexus Needle。而講起埃及咧，大家第一時間一定會諗起法老王金字塔。究竟埃及人平時食啲乜嘢？你又知唔知咧？今集我哋請嚟一位有埃及家庭背景嘅朋友，同我哋解開呢個謎。
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming here.
我哋今日就好榮幸邀請到 Maria Shehata 做我哋嘅嘉賓。
My parents are disappointed I didn't get married because, like I said, I'm Egyptian. I'm in my 40s, so I was supposed to be married 30 years ago. So they're like, tick-tock. We were engaged, and when we broke up, I gave back the ring, which I didn't want to do. It held a lot of monetary value for me, so that was...
Maria 喺美國出世同長大，爹哋媽咪都係埃及人，佢就係移民第二代。10年前嚟咗英國發展，係一位棟篤笑喜劇藝人。
So Maria, what are we making today?
Today, we're making Koshari, the Egyptian national dish.
What's your favourite Egyptian food?
Koshari.
Really?
Yeah.
So tell our viewers what that is.
Koshari 係利物浦前鋒埃及球王沙拿嘅至愛，又係埃及人屋企同街頭檔口最常見嘅菜式。因為用料平價又容易買到，所以亦都有人叫佢做平民料理。
What ingredients do we need for the koshari?
Okay, there are quite a few. So I have an Egyptian short grain rice, brown lentils. Some people like to use green or black, but we use brown in my family. Pasta, so elbow macaroni.
哇，望落啲材料都幾令人花多眼亂㗎。點解埃及人會創作出呢款菜式出嚟嘅呢？Koshari 其實係一款同英國好有淵源嘅 fusion 菜。英國喺1882年為咗保護位於埃及嘅蘇伊士運河，派軍隊控制埃及，一直到50年代先完全退場。埃及名義上係鄂圖曼帝國嘅一部分，但實權就一直喺英國手上。直到1952年埃及革命之後，英國勢力先至真正退出。坊間普遍認為英軍將另一個殖民地印度嘅米豆料理 Koshari 帶到當地，埃及人再加入歐洲商人傳入嚟嘅意粉、香脆嘅炸洋葱同埋鷹嘴豆等等。
I also have to cut an onion, which I think I'm going to ask you to do.
It's my pleasure.
Good, because I don't want to.
希望唔會喊啦。
It's unfortunate. It's the work of the assistant to do this. Well done.
Yeah.
Okay.
成功就切完洋葱啦，而家。
I'm purposely keeping everything plant-based because when we were growing up, we ate koshari when we had large gatherings, and when we're fasting. And when we're fasting in the Coptic Church, basically it means we're vegan.
Maria 屋企其實係信奉科普特基督教，相對其他埃及主要宗教伊斯蘭教，一年入面有更多次嘅守齋期，所以 Koshari 係 Maria 屋企餐台上經常出現，陪住佢成長嘅一道菜。 作為移民第二代，佢對埃及文化嘅認識，亦正正係嚟自媽媽煮嘅食物。
We have to do the it's a vinegar. It's a garlic vinegar sauce. We need garlic, and it's vinegar, water, and lemon juice.
為咗令 Koshari 呢道素菜更加醒胃同惹味 ，Maria 就教我整呢款埃及獨有嘅醬汁Dakka。
What, like your fave?
Why is so special?
Because it gives it its sourness. Egyptian dishes in general is very sour. This is just another sauce to give it a tang. And that's why the fried onions are really important, because when you have caramelized onions running through it, it gives a little sweet and sour. It's this little oasis of sweet. It's really nice.
Yeah.
But they love sour dishes. They love vinegar. And this is good to keep in the refrigerator for weeks. You just add it to, I was adding it to everything, eggs, cereal.
Can I say it's like a dressing for some salad?
Yeah, it's like a dressing.
佢哋叫蒜醋Dakka。咁咧呢個係我第一次食嘅。咁而家聞落去 ，full of garlic。
Yeah.
不過我中意蒜蓉啊，所以我中意食嘅。咁我而家試少少先。哇！
I told you a little bit. I said just a little bit.
It's very appetizing 等我諗下先，有啲似啊，有啲似嗰個我哋食滷水咧，咪有個醋嘅，係啊，食滷水嗰個醋就係嗰個醋咯。
你係咪都想試下Dakka呢個醬有幾開胃呢？其實啲材料喺英國超市都好易買到，畢竟英國曾經管治埃及多年。而自從埃及喺60年代放寬咗移民政策，亦越嚟越多人移居英國。佢哋大部分居住喺倫敦，好似 Edgware Road、Kensington 同埋 Notting Hill 等等。
I might add a little salt too.
Have you ever been to Egypt?
I have. Almost 20 years ago. Oh my God, it's been so long. Yeah, it's just as soon as I got off the airplane, there was about 500 people waiting for me. And they were all my family. So it's a very different experience. I loved it.
How was it?
Good. It was, I mean, you know, I saw a lot of family and they all feed you, which I'll probably talk about later when you're interviewing me, but like you just get, it's just food and food and food and then the pyramids, which are cool. Okay. Now we get started on the sauce. The tomato sauce, in my opinion, is the most important part.
Koshari 係集齊多國主食嘅大集會，但要溝得埋啲意大利通粉、埃及米同埋鷹嘴豆等嘅材料，令口感同味道再升華到另一個 level， 就唔少得呢碗紅醬啦。
Okay, so for the sauce we need garlic. Do you want to chop the garlic? Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, I can.
You can do it. Good.
Garlic. Garlic's ready, chef.
Yeah. So let's take some of it. Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
This is deceptively simple, right? So you just you use passata. We call it tomato sauce, but I guess tomato sauce in the UK means ketchup.
Yeah.
So I don't want everybody making koshari at home with ketchup. That would be abysmal.
Okay.
This is not like a tomato, like Italian pasta sauce. It's supposed to be thinner. So basically, I have the onion powder and the garlic powder, the cumin and the coriander.
Why is it so important in this dish?
For flavor. It's just it's a master combo. Honestly, it's just what I grew up with. And since this is a dish that connects me to home, I just want to do it as close to how my mom did it as possible. That's what makes me happy.
而家我個狀態咧係其實有啲混亂啊，因為呢個菜實在好多材料啦，同埋好多材料咧平時自己都冇用過嘅，好少會食到啦。所以我而家都好期待究竟陣間會整出一件咩嘅嘢出嚟。
忙完一輪，所有材料終於準備好啦。喺 Maria 屋企，材料一定要一層層咁搭上去，先至係真正嘅 Koshari。Maria 已經同我示範咗一次，而家就輪到我啦。
首先第一步 rice and lentils 作為佢嘅底啦，放心，佢會好似一個金字塔咁樣。第二層 macaroni， OK， 少少地得㗎啦，最緊要精緻啊嘛，係咪？唔需要太多啊。之後咧，其實就可以加少少洋葱先嘅，跟住就係啲鷹嘴豆啦。OK， 冇事嘅，冇事嘅，冇事嘅。成個菜嘅主角，如虎添翼啊，將升華到去，直情好似法國菜咁啊！洋葱，繼續加洋葱，俾個頂仔佢啦。點少得？我哋嘅埃及蒜醋得啦，少少得㗎，因為唔想佢太酸。OK， 咁就完成啦，係咪好靚仔咧
You want me to rate this?
Yeah.
Oh my god, like the Michelin stars are going. This is beautiful. Look at this. You built it perfectly. It's exactly how I showed you. This is a pyramid, and so I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, perfect. 聞下先，得啊，好重嘅蒜蓉味 ，OK。一開始我哋睇材料嘅時候咧，其實都係啲好普通啦，粉啊、麵啊、飯啊，但係砌出嚟咧，竟然係個口感咧係咁豐富啊！同埋佢有啲甜甜嘅酸酸啦，但係佢每一啖都唔同喎，每一啖食落去都會有驚喜咯。
普通石頭可以堆成複雜嘅金字塔，簡單材料可以煮出味道十足嘅 Koshari。同 Maria 一齊煮嘢食，我發現埃及人並唔神秘，佢哋好聰明，亦都好熱情好客。
To all who celebrate.
So it did remind you of a bit of a family memories.
Oh, definitely, definitely. But it does bring you back to these childhood memories and, you know, the smell and the, you know, because it's very distinct smells. Like the lentil has its own smell and the vinegar and the garlic and everything put together. I basically grew up as if I was in Egypt, but I didn't learn Arabic and I had white friends. But otherwise, you know, they spoke Arabic in the house and they cooked Egyptian food and they watched Egyptian movies and stuff. Koshari is always something that my parents, my mom would make when my brother and I would come home. Food is like how we show love, so there's always a lot of it and you have to eat it, and if you don't eat it, they hate you forever. You're cast out of the family, never to be spoken of again.
Okay. I'm a bit scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I finished all your...
Yeah, I know. I made sure of it.
whole plate.
Yeah, because you look over at me and I'm doing this.
Okay, yeah.
You're like, oh, it's so good.
正所謂上人屋企唔可以得梳蕉，所以我特登準備咗同 Koshari 一樣，用上好多唔同醬汁嘅港式街頭小食混醬腸粉。
Okay, Maria. Yeah, it's our prize from Hong Kong. Yeah.
What is it?
It's called 腸粉. It's a very popular street food in Hong Kong.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You like it?
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit sweet. It's a little bit spicy. It's savory. That's very good.
Yeah. Thank you.
OK 喎，相當不錯喎。啲蒜片係包得住件事。
OK 嘛？
真係好開胃啊！我覺得飯咧其實有啲似粽嘅，同埋越食越開胃，因為佢酸酸味味咧，係咁食，唔係好肚。
哇！真係食清晒成盤嘢喎，有個。